All right, couple seconds. We're gonna start just to give some time to all the folks to start connecting and tuning in. There we go. Nice. That's Instagram. How you doing, Yanisabeth? Yanisabeth has to be Puerto Rican. That one. She has to be Puerto Rican. Yes, she is. She is. Oh, we have a long story. No, I can't. I'm in the middle of my podcast. I cannot request in the video. I'm sorry. Come on now. No, I cannot send video. You're crazy. I'm in the middle of the podcast. Oh goodness. Bad girl. Bad girl. Let's keep it friendly on here. All right. So I'm going to share my post a couple more times, and then we're going to start because today's topics or episodes going to be amazing. Shout out to violinista Cecilia. Oh my goodness, Criasfulli. She has to be Italian. My bad that I did pronounce it kind of weird. I have marbles in my mouth. That's what my mentor told me yesterday. All right. So we're going to start. We just share this thing, and then we can just move on. Yanisabeth, just send me a text on WhatsApp, mommy. It's fine. It will be good. I can contact you later. Shout out to Omi Bed. Internet's a little bit slow today. Come on now. Either way, let's get it done. I don't have a lot of time. All right, folks. My name is Pablo J. Ruiz. I'm the host of this podcast, PF Music Podcast, where I talk about motivation stuff, just business and all that crazy stuff that no one wants to talk about. I like to talk about it because I love it. Make sure that you go to the link. You want to share some donation, we're going to appreciate that. Or you want to sign up as well to the PF Music's newsletter, that'll be good too. Make sure that you also listen to the podcast in different platforms such as iHeart, Google Radio, all the crazy stuff. We're not in iTunes, but in the future we'll be. I haven't done it correctly, so maybe in the future I will manage to do it because it's a lot of work. A little bit of myself. I'm a musician. I'm a pianist. I'm a classical pianist. Consider myself an entrepreneur. I like to do things in myself in the side. I'm sorry, and love to just hustle things around. I love it. It's something that really intrigues me, and it does really bring the best out of me. For some reason, that's the way I roll. I don't know why. That's the way I like things. All right. So today's topic is going to be very interesting, like I told you yesterday, and I promise you guys, it's going to be about the 8 working habits that I told you that I was going to give it to you. I promise you. So here I am. Shout out to Hector Vasquez. He just joined. Hopefully we can get this thing going. The internet is acting kind of weird. That's why I'm taking a little bit of time to just get myself together. The topic that I'm going to go through is mostly apply for anything. You don't have to be a musician to go through this same habits, right? This is mostly universal, but we never touch them. If we touch them on the surface. So it's not even concentrated in the fact that we need these habits, right? It's none of that. So hopefully we can touch them a little bit, and that way you can have some quality content before you go to work or during your work by now. All right. All right. Let me see. All right, man. So like I said, today is the 8 working habits. That's episode number 36. So hopefully we're gonna get it done before I go. For those folks that are wondering what the hell I do besides music, I'm a salesman. That's why I have my tie. I do sell contracts and stuff like that. Door-to-door salesman, man. I decided to do it just to confront some of the things that I need to just get it out of the way, um, and create a nice attitude towards goals, right? And also the opportunities that they bring as well. That's something that I'm looking to incorporate in my business of music as well. Right? Listen, everyone has talent. Don't get me wrong. Everyone is talented, but at the same time, another things has to be developed besides just talent. Okay, so work ethic is one, and I'm not talking about playing the instrument or just doing what you really know how to do. No, those are skills that you already developed. Those are strong talent, right? But I'm talking about Saratovishu Praka. I'm sorry if I pronounce that correctly. So what I'm talking about is mostly the work ethic that will put you in the next level. That's something that really, really, really we need to talk about from now on. That way you have a better understanding, right? All right. So let's start from the first one. These are 8 working habits that shout out to Derek, man. Love. These are things that you need to even, I don't know, man, just write it down somewhere in your house. I have mine written in a whiteboard. So before I just go to work, I just make sure that I go through them just to ensure that it's getting ingrained in my brain. All right. Now, I have a lot of things going on. I have my upcoming album as well. Beforehand, that's something I have to tackle. Also, I have to practice. I have to make sure that I get my skills and my arpeggios on check. Make sure that I have my sight reading on check as well. So everything has to be for a reason, right? And I talk about this. I talk about the whys, right? Why a lot of things are very important for me. Why I do a lot of these things, right? And the reason that I do this is because I have a stronger why, right? It's not because I like to make money or I would like to make money, even though that's even true. Yeah, my reasons and whys are more important than just the money itself. But I don't like to myself. I need money. I like money. That's something that I'm not going to hide. Like a lot of the people that go to this topic now, I'm not going to lie that I like money and I love money and I want to make some of it. All right. So let's go straight to the point. So the first one is have a great attitude, man. So before you go to work or before you make your breakfast, make sure that you have a strong attitude towards the day, right? So when you get up, and just to make sure that you do some exercises, of motivational exercises to make sure that you bring a good attitude to your day, right? That's very important. And I understand that you have to get up at 5 or 6 in the morning, or 7 in the morning, whatever you get up, just make sure that you start your day with a great attitude, right? The things that I do is I put Les Brown, Georgia Dome, 30 minutes. I go take a shower, clean myself, all that stuff, and that thing is just sounding in the background, right? So that means that all that stuff is just being ingrained in my brain. This is crazy. The second one is be on time. It sounds crazy, but it is true. I don't know. You guys notice when you get to a place late, your self-esteem goes down. Your confidence it drops, right? So when you see everyone on time just taking the courses or just be in the coaching room, you will notice how your confidence just drop, right? You know why? Because there was a goal that you were supposed to meet, right? There was a goal that you were supposed to meet, and you didn't meet that goal. So that means that your confidence dropped. Yeah, and that goal was be on time, right? Not only that, be on time builds leadership, right? So leadership is built by strong character and work ethic. So that means that being on time, right? People will just see you. People will see you. People will say, okay, so this guy is saying be on time, but he's just 30 minutes late or 15 minutes late. Yeah. So that's something else you have to be aware of it. You know, there's like a small light there just bugging me. All right. Nice. So I will go through these a little bit faster because I want to make sure that I'm in my work at time. I like to be on time. So just to get those things out of the way. All right, next one is be prepared. Right? Be prepared. You're a musician. Just make sure that you sit down. You have your music down. Right? You need to do a theory. Just make sure you did it down. I used to just do my homeworks after I finished my classes, right? And that way I don't have to think about my homework when I go home. I would like to play a little bit of video games. I like to read. I like to, hang out with the guys. So I like to just, do a couple things that I'm not going to say here because I'm a good guy. And those things, right? Those things really, again, develop your character because now you can point fingers and say, no, this is the way it's supposed to be done, right? There's no excuses. That's when there's no excuses. Right. So yesterday we were supposed to close at least 2 or 1 Inspire contract. We couldn't do it, man. And we were just going up to the numbers, and we said, you know what? Well, with these 5 to 6 Inspire presentations, and maybe tomorrow we're going to do more. And some of the other guys said, you know what, man? That's our excuse. You're supposed to close those deals. I'm like, you know what, man? That's true. If I didn't close the Inspires, that means I was doing something wrong. And it's correct. When I went back to my numbers and back to a lot of the pitches and presentation that we were doing, a lot of those we couldn't close them out, to be honest. We couldn't close them out. All right. Okay, Facebook sometimes kind of crazy. What the hell am I watching here? Anyway, so make sure you're prepared. Yeah, make sure you practice your skill. You practice your section of your music that you felt very comfortable and not confident enough. Make sure you drill them. Make sure you're ready to battle. Right. Next one is work a full day. And when I say work a full day, I'm not talking about 8 hours, man. This is you wake up at 9 in the morning or 6 in the morning, whatever you woke up, and you just make sure that you just get stuff done, man. And this is you're finishing at 12 midnight. That's what I did yesterday. I finished at 12 midnight. I'm saying, you know what, man, my body's just tired. I cannot do anymore. I went to the recording editings. I practiced my piano. I went to the pitches. I went through everything. I'm tired. I cannot do anymore. So that's when okay, it's time to go and take some sleep. Yeah. So when you are in a high performance environment, you will get tired. It's not something that you have time to rest. You will get tired. Next day you have to be early in the morning too. See, it's not like, okay, I work my 8 hours. Let me just go. No, man, 8 hours. So it's a standard put. It's a standard put by someone else, right? So if you want to go beyond that standard, you have to work on more hours. Listen, my friend is a comedian, man. He's not working, but he's not working with a job, but he's a comedian, man. He's spending hours, man. I'm talking about hours just in the field, just getting networking, just getting stuff done. He's working like 12 hours in a day. It's crazy. But that's how he gets stuff done. Yeah. So that's very important. Make sure you work a full day, right? Work your territory correctly. So in my case, because I'm a salesman, right? There's a territory, right? So that territory, right, consists on leads, right? So I have to make sure that those leads are part of my workday. So I have to make sure that I go to each one, right, to make sure that each one give me a response. Rather, it's just knocking the door, it's them responding not good or well, it doesn't matter. It just, they have to respond, right? When they respond, right, either they have a good attitude or bad attitude, I don't care. But I'm working my territory, just making sure that the leads that I have in my hand are being worked out, right? I'm not cheating. I'm not just skipping some of the houses. I'm not skipping some of the people, right? Because of their demographic or so, the gender, whatever, they're women or male. It doesn't matter. I'm just make sure that I really work those areas. And not only that, I recognize where I'm working. If I'm working now down East Brooklyn in Brownsville, for those people that are here in the field of salesman, they probably know what I'm talking about. So East New York, the attitude is a little bit different than West New York or not New York, which is Williamsburg, all stuff. That is very important, right? To know your demographics. Okay. In your case as a pianist, I like to know who am I playing. If I'm going to a cafeteria and I know to play jazz, I need to have some jazz in my repertoire. If I know they have some, let's call it in a more intimate venue, probably is no, but I'm sorry, Vasquez, I cannot pick up calls because I'm in the middle of the podcast. That interrupts the flow of it. But thank you so much. If you go to a small cafeteria or a small house where you have more intimate kind of setting, just play nocturnes, right? Grab a couple Chopin nocturnes or Schubert small songs, you just play them, right? So you have to know your demographics, right? That's very important. Okay. Next one is maintain a great attitude. No matter what is happening in that day, you have to keep a good attitude, right? You're not supposed to be outcome independent. Outcome independent means that you are being proactive, and this goes to small scales, right? I know I have my numbers, so I just keep going through them. So that means I'm not willing to really, 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 really react after the effect that a pitch went wrong or I have a bad conversation with someone. That is not supposed to affect me, right? And listen, this is not easy. A lot of people get offended. Not only they get offended, but they get downgraded. But again, if you do your exercises correctly, your whys will be there. Your attitude is going to be good because you have a stronger why. You have a stronger why you do things. It makes sense? So the fact that you still have a strong why will compensate those moments, right? And don't get me wrong, a lot of people do really get, sidetracked because they have a bad page or bad day. Listen, know your why and get up yourself as much as possible. It's going to be easier, right? Let's say you have a bad performance today. Don't worry, man. Just check it off. Just go to the next set. It's fine. Hey, listen, I had bad performance in my career, bad presentation. I had bad everything, right? But it's like for those people that did a little martial art, when they hit you in the legs, first it hurts a lot, but then by the time you goes by, it didn't hurt. It doesn't hurt that much, right? You can check it off and just keep moving. It's the same thing. All right. So make sure that you really, really check yourself off and just keep moving. Know what you are doing and why. See, when you're having those very struggle moments and you're having a lot struggle with why are you doing these things, think to yourself, what am I doing? And why am I doing this? What's the purpose of me doing these things? Right? And that's when your why comes in and you say, you know what, man? God damn it. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to just finish strong and just make sure that this thing just go as smooth as possible. I'm going to finish strong because my why is more important. I know why I'm doing this. I know my person why I'm doing this. You see how things change a little bit? That's what you need to think about. All right? So the fact that you have a strong why and you have a strong sense of direction, that will help you out with the process, right, of struggling, right? That's very important regarding how to keep a good attitude towards your goals, right? So listen, it's not a piece of cake. I want to make this very clear. It's not a piece of cake, but that's why not everyone does it, right? Not everyone can do this. This requires a level of commitment. My coffee. The level of commitment has to be strong. Yeah. So you have to go all the way in. You cannot just go, half and half. No, you have to go all the way in. Yeah. So that's very important. Now let's go to the next one, and this is the last one. Take control. Yeah, take control. Very important. Take control. This means that you already went to the hospital, you went to those bad moments, and you were like, "Oh my goodness, what do I do now? Where do I grab myself?" That you say, "You know what, man? No, stop it. I'm going to take control of the situation, and not going to just manage to end in a strong note because I can take that." See, now you took control of the situation. Now you can just go around it. There's nothing worse. This happened to me all the time. And take control, I just take that same concept and apply it in all eights, right? All eights. So when I'm throwing a pitch, I make sure that I have control of the pitch, right? And I make sure that I'm prepared. I make sure that I have a great attitude towards it, right? I'm completely, outcome independent. I make sure if that person just, off and stuff like that, my emotions are not drawn to him or to her or to their dog or whatever. I'm not drawn to them. So I make sure that I really, 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 really have a strong mindset. The take control, it means that not only you're working towards, towards your goal, but you are handling those goals while you just driving yourself to your goal. And when I say goals, there's long-term goals and short-term goals, right? So you have to make sure that your end goal, right, is very clear. But in the middle of those adventures, right, you have small goals, and that way it's better for you for the purpose of confidence, right? Because in the end, the things that you're going to just build from it is confidence, right? Confidence is just the result of long repetitions. Simple. It's not something you can fake. You can fake it, but by the time you just talk for the next 30 minutes, that thing just crumble, right? You cannot fake confidence. Even though there's a lot of things out there, you cannot fake confidence. You cannot do it. You can fake it until you make it, of course, but you cannot fake it, man. You cannot. Confidence is something that is feel, right? People feel confident people around. People can feel presence of other people, and this not only reflect the mastery of what you're good at it, but also the way you carry yourself. So the way you carry yourself is a determination of your confidence, and you just throw this aura around people, right? Around people that really, 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 really respect your position, right? And there's going to be people that it's going to test you. So when people test you, right, that's when your confidence will come in, right? That's when you know how to handle it. You keep your composure. This guy just throwing you stuff, you're like nothing. This girl's throwing you stuff, you're like, what's up? You just ignore. So all those things are just a complementary of confidence, right? And that's when you take control. That's when you say, you know what, man, it's all good. There's nothing we need to talk about. It's all good. Yeah. See, confidence is something that will come after you master your craft, right? So it will be there for good, man. And that not only that, man, it's strong, but it's very strange. But your core is going to be so strong, man, that even the worst of things, right, can come at you, and you'll be shaken a little bit, but you will balance again. It's not like you're going to check and you, boom, you will be out. No, you have a strong core, right? You can shake yourself a little bit, right? But then you will hold yourself, right? So these are the things that you should just go through it, right? You should go to these terms and make sure that you really write them down in your wall, man. That's what I have to go in a couple minutes. That's the first thing I'm going to read. Blah, 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 blah. Just make sure it's ingrained, man. Make sure this is there. It's not only written in my voice, just making something of myself, you know. All right, guys. So basically, this is my podcast. I have to end it up at this note. I have to go. But thank you so much for those folks that stay and listen to it. I really appreciate it. I really love doing this for those folks, small percentage of people that listen to it. I really love it, and I really thank you. I really thank you. Listen again. Make sure that you go to the links in the description for those people that are in Facebook. Those on YouTube, I will just leave the links in the description where you can just donate and subscribe to my newsletter. And that way you keep updates of our upcoming projects and upcoming weird stuff that we do. Also make sure that you donate a little bit. I really, really, really want to appreciate the fact that you donate something to the podcast. I really going to appreciate it. And also make sure that you support us in different platforms such as Google Radio, iHeartRadio, all that crazy stuff that are in the social media. Guys, thank you so much really for listening to the podcast. Remember, working habits, make sure you go through them. Make sure that you really, 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 really read them, go through it, and just live it. Live those working habits, all right? All right, guys? With a lot of love, I have to go. Peace out. I will see you tomorrow.